Bithaman Ajil.
What is Bithaman Ajil? Bithaman Ajil is an Islamic financial structure used in Sharia-compliant banking. It refers to the credit sale of goods on a deferred payment basis at a fixed price, include a profit margin agreed upon by both buyer and sellers. The buyer needs to pay the total amount over a specific period. Objective of Bithaman Ajil. The primary objective of Bithaman Ajil is to provide a Sharia-compliant alternative for individual and business to have an asset through a deferred payment mechanism, allowing buyer to make payment over time without involving interest, support the ownership of asset by the buyer from the outset of the transaction. Overall, the objective is to provide financial service that align with Islamic ethics and principles, promoting fairness and risk sharing in economic transactions.
In this case, Aina identifies a car to be purchased first, and she paid 10% of deposit to the seller, which is Rm10,000. Aina went to the bank and requested Bithaman Ajil, and the bank purchased the car at 90,000 and pays the car developer. The bank purchased the car with Rm90,000 and sells the car to the customer at Rm800,000. So now, Aina repays Rm800,000 by equal monthly installment by Rm4,444.44.
For the calculation, the cost financing is 90,000 ringgit, profit rate is 5%, period of financing in years is 15 years. Selling price is 90,000 ringgit plus 90,000 multiplied by 0.05 profit rate and multiplied by 15 years. So the selling price is 157,500. The monthly repayment is 157,500 divided by 15 multiplied by 12. So the monthly repayment is 875. For the total profit, selling price minus cost financing, 157,500 minus 90,000. So the total profit is 67,500. Next is issue discussion. 90,000 plus 90,000 multiply profit rate and multiply 15 years. So we get 800,000 ringgit Malaysia for selling price. Then we want to find profit rate. 710,000 ringgit Malaysia divided by 1,350,000. So profit rate is 0.5259 or 52.59%. First is bank charge high selling price to the customer. The bank charge 800,000 ringgit Malaysia to the customer over the actual selling price, which is 157,500. Second is bank violate Sharia banking law. The concept that this bank does is usury because it charges a high interest rate to the customer, which is 52.59%. Third is fees that burden the customer. The fees charged by the bank every month have burdened the customer because the bank has taken to hide the profit.
Case 2 is about house financing. Encik Razik identified an abandoned house and wished to purchase it. He meets with the Anjur Impian Sdn Bhd to discuss about the payment and the condition of the house. And he decided to purchase the house from the Anjur Impian, with the selling price is 300,000 ringgit. Next, he go to the bank to make an agreement. Encik Razik and the bank agree on the purchase price, which is include the cost of the property and the predetermined profit margin. They signed the BPA contract. The bank purchased the abandoned house in behalf of Encik Razik at 300,000 ringgit and paid to the Anjur Impian Sdn Bhd. The bank sold the house to Encik Razik at 1,200,000 ringgit. Encik Razik the monthly installment, which is 3,333 and 33 cents to Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad within 30 years. As the customer finishes the installment, the ownership of abandoned house is gradually transferred from bank to customer. In case abandoned house need for rehabilitation or renovation, the agreement can include provision for the financial rehabilitation cost, which should be added to the selling price.
The calculation for case study 2, first cost financing is 300,000, profit rate is 10%, and the period of financing in years is 30 years. Now we can see the formula. Selling price is CF plus CF times profit rate times periods in years. So 300,000 plus 300,000 times 0.1 times 30 years, we can get the total selling price is 1,200,000. Okay, after that we find the monthly repayment. MR is selling price divide by period in years times 12. We get the monthly repayment is 3,333.33. Okay, now we need to find the total profit for this case. The formula for total profit is SP minus CF. SP stands for selling price and CF stands for cost financing. We know the selling price is 1,200,000 and the cost financing is 300,000. So 1,200,000 minus 300,000 and we get the total profit is 900,000.
Unclear agreement. There are unclear agreements including issues related to the condition of the house or unclear terms and conditions, dissatisfaction with build quality. Buyers experience dissatisfaction with the quality of home construction and resolution of problems related to the defects or weakness in construction may be delayed or poorly managed.
Next issue is slow completion of construction. Delays in the completion of construction projects by home developers can be a source of concern, especially if they cause difficulties for buyers to get their homes at the expected time.
In conclusion, the issue present, including high monthly fee and a substantial interest rate and an inflated selling price, raise significant concern about the bank commitment to Islamic financial principle, particularly regarding the concept of gharar. This practice may introduce excessive uncertainty and potential unfairness for the customer. Potentially breaking Sharia banking laws, it is imperative for the bank to reassess its policies, ensuring transparency, fair pricing, and compliance with Islamic finance principles to maintain the trust and confidence of its customers. Addressing this issue is essential for uphold the ethical standards integral to Sharia-compliant banking.